Hello and welcome back to the channel for another Power of the Doctor themed video. I've previously discussed on the channel the title reveal for this story, I've discussed the return of the Cybermasters, I've discussed the exclusive image and interview we got via Empire magazine. But one thing I haven't yet discussed is the multitude of new promo pics released for the special, most of which first appeared in the pages of Doctor Who magazine, and for a while they sort of stayed exclusive to Doctor Who magazine because they couldn't be posted online because of the social media blackout put in place in the UK during the period of state mourning. But all those pics are now available to view online in high quality, and so today I thought I'd start going through them and giving you my thoughts on them, focusing first of all on the ones featuring the Master. So first things first, we have got a better look at the Master's new costume, which is significantly different to the one he wore previously in Series 12. I mean, it's still the same sort of idea, a sort of kind of tweedy jacket or coat over a shirt with no tie. He also seems to have acquired a pair of specs since leaving Gallifrey. Perhaps he's developed poor eyesight, or maybe they're just a fashion statement. And we had of course seen this costume before very briefly in the trailer and also in that promo pic with Yaz, but the lighting in that isn't particularly revealing, it's quite atmospheric, shall we say. In the trailer and in the image it was difficult to make it out and so just ended up looking quite generic really. But certainly seeing it now I think it looks really stylish and it really suits this incarnation of the Master. So in terms of the new images, most of them show the Master in the location where we previously saw him in the first image and also in the trailer a bit as well. The real life location is a place in Cardiff called The Gate. I believe it's like a church that was converted into an arts centre and a venue for events and stuff. And famously, it is the place where the Master's involvement in this story was leaked, when a photo of the props guy holding a box with Master Props written on the side of it surfaced online. And it looks to be quite a significant location, particularly early on in the story. We know there's a scene here with the Doctor and the Master and Yaz. It's where the Master says to the Doctor in the trailer, "This is the day you die." I get the feeling it is standing in for some sort of church or maybe conference building or some kind of important civil building, possibly even on some alien planet. And we also know there are going to be some tissue compression shenanigans taking place in this particular location. We've got one photo of the Master holding up a miniaturised person wearing an outfit which looks a lot like the one that Yaz is wearing in a lot of the photos for this story. So unless that's a red herring of some description, it looks like Yaz is going to get miniaturised by the Master at some point in the story, and presumably return to full size at some point, one would hope. As far as I'm aware, we haven't ever actually seen the effects of the tissue compression eliminator reversed in any previous Master stories, but it looks like Ashad's managed to escape it, so presumably Yaz will be able to as well. There's also quite a lot of speculation that Yaz is somehow working for the Master, or has been possessed by him, or put under some spell or something. I mean, this theory goes back to Series 12, back when Series 12 was airing, a lot of people thought that Yaz was some sort of sleeper agent for the Master, and that never came to pass then. Personally, I don't think it's going to come to pass here either, especially if Yaz has been miniaturised. It'd kind of be hard for her to be a sleeper agent if she's like only a couple of centimetres tall. But that is nevertheless a theory that's going round. People think that's why she has the gun in the TARDIS, because she's shooting it at the Doctor. But personally, I just don't see it really. I think that's kind of what they want us to think. They're sort of playing up to that theory, to that speculation. But yeah, in terms of the actual episode itself, I don't think that's going to happen. We also have a picture of the Master handcuffed in Unit H quarters. And this kind of puts me back in mind of stuff like Missy in Death in Heaven, where she gets imprisoned and taken up onto the plane, but then of course, she escapes. She manages to get out of the handcuffs and to cause some mischief. And so I wouldn't be surprised if exactly the same sort of thing happened here. Perhaps the Master lets himself get captured in order to work his way into Unit HQ and cause some chaos. I certainly wouldn't put it past him to play dumb, to play the prisoner, and then just out of nowhere suddenly, take control and miniaturise everyone, or just cause some general chaos. I don't know, but something like that, some way of tactically working his way into Unit HQ, getting himself in the building to then be able to do something from there, perhaps. But that's basically all we've got to go on so far. I mean, there are sort of other things we can speculate about, sort of broader role the Master will play in the story, and the role he might play in the 13th Doctor's regeneration. But certainly based on what we've got so far, I think that scene in the gate, in the church, will take place, first of all in the story. It might even be the first thing we actually see of the Master in the story. Perhaps he summons the Doctor there to meet him and to have this sort of confrontation or briefing or something, where he then tells her, this is the day you die. He then miniaturizes Yaz, maybe, and then goes off elsewhere to cause plenty of chaos. I mean, if that location is somewhere on Earth, it's possible that that's where units find him and capture him, and maybe that's when he becomes the prisoner, infiltrates his way into Unit HQ, and then from there causes more mischief. Those are my thoughts on these new promo pics, and just more broadly about what the Master could be getting up to in The Power of the Doctor. Do you think he does possess Yaz, or he miniaturizes her, or both? Where do you think this mystery location might be? Do you think it's somewhere important? And do you think he really does get captured by units, or there's something a bit more fishy going on there? Whatever the case, I would love to hear your thoughts and theories and rumours and speculation in the comments section below. If you've enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Power of the Doctor content in the coming days and weeks. And if you'd like to support me on Patreon, you can find the link to my Patreon page in the video description. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now.